Many chemical compounds just contain two elements. If you know which elements there are, you can usually name the compound. Just follow these steps. Step number 1. When the compound contains a metal and a non-metal. To know in the periodic table which one are metals, which one are non-metals, just watch my video about the difference between them. And you will know from the periodic table which one are metals and which one are non-metals. Okay. The name of metal is given first, and then the name of the non-metal, but ending with "ide". For example, sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, aluminium chloride, magnesium oxide, iron 2 chloride, iron 3 chloride, copper 2 chloride. Once again, when the compound contains a metal and a non-metal, you follow these rules. First, you name the metal and then the name of non-metal, ending with "ide". Okay, the name of metal is given fully, and the non-metal you just name it and you end with "ide". Okay, example, sodium is a metal, so we write its full name, sodium, and chlorine is a non-metal, so we write chlorine and we end with "ide". Okay. The second step is when the compound is made of two non-metals. Okay. So if one is hydrogen, that is named first. Otherwise, the one with the lower group number comes first, and then the name of other non-metal, ending with "ide". For example, carbon dioxide, D-nitrogen pentoxide, nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, D-nitrogen monoxide, D-nitrogen trioxide, hydrogen chloride. Okay, once again, how to name a compound in which both are non-metals, in which both are not metals. When hydrogen is given first, you name that first. Okay? Otherwise, the one with the lower group number, what does it mean? The one with lower valency. So the element which has lower valence electron, that is given first, and then comes the other non-metal that ends with "ide". And how many atoms of that element exist? Okay, there are 2 atoms, 3 atoms. So if there is 1, it's mono. Okay, 2 D, 3 3. Okay, for example, D nitrogen because there are 2 moles of nitrogen, 3 oxide because there are 3 oxygens. Okay, so it's very simple. You just count the moles and you name the compound when both are non-metals. But some compounds have everyday names that give you no idea about the elements in them. For example, water. The formula for water is H2O, right? 2 moles of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen. Another one is methane, CH4. So methane, by the name, you cannot guess. You cannot have an idea, no clue which elements are in methane. Another one is ammonium. Okay, ammonium, NH3. So how to remember when you're given a particular name, how to know which elements are in them? Okay, there is no specific way to know the names. You just have to remember the formula. So here the question is how to find the formula of compound from the structure of the compounds. How to find that? Everyday compound has a formula as well as names. So the formula is made up of symbols for the elements and often has numbers too. For example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride forms a giant structure with 1 sodium ion for every chlorine ion. So its formula is NaCl. 1 atom sodium and 1 of chlorine. Water. Water is made up of molecules in which 2 hydrogen atoms are bound to an oxygen atom. So its formula is H2O. Yeah, H2O, another one is water. Silicon, which is sand. Okay. Silicon dioxide, also known as silica, forms a giant structure in which there are 2 oxygen atoms for every silicon atom. So its formula is SiO2. So there are 2 oxygen atoms for 1 silicon atom. Okay. So now, what's the difference between a giant structure and a molecular compound? The difference is that in a giant structure like sodium chloride we saw previously and silicon dioxide, the formula tells you the ratio of the ions or atoms in the compound. Sodium, they tell you there is only 1 sodium atom. Chlorine, they tell you there is only 1 chlorine atom. Now, in a molecular compound, the formula tells you exactly how many atoms are bound together in each molecule. They show you the bonding, right? They show you the bonding. You don't need to draw the structure of a compound to work out its formula. You can work it quickly if you know the valence of the elements. You can also know the name of a compound or the structure just by the valence of an element. In a periodic table, the elements are organized in groups. Okay, so for every group, every element behave the same way. They have same behavior, except the first group, hydrogen. In the first group, hydrogen is in the first group, but it's not metal. What is valence for? Let's remember, what does valence mean? What valence mean? The valence of any element is the number of electrons its atoms lose, gain, or share to form a compound. We have 2 types of bonds. We have a covalent bond and we have ionic bond. Okay, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks. Hey, subscribe now, like right now. Kidding. Yeah, but subscribe.